The movie begins by introducing two young boys, Xin and Piao, who have become orphans due to the ongoing war. They are sold as slaves to a small village. During their journey to the village, they witness the grand entrance of General Qin, a powerful military leader with thousands of troops following him. The boys are awestruck by his commanding presence. Upon arriving at the village, an elderly man assigns Xin and Piao to laborious tasks and provides them with a meager stable for rest. Unfortunately, he treats them as his slaves, leading to further hardships in their lives. Despite the harsh conditions, Xin and Piao endure silently, supporting each other through their difficult work. As the days pass, Xin and Piao's bond grows stronger, transforming into a profound friendship. After several years, Xin and Piao have grown into young men, yet their commitment to practice remains unwavering. Their rigorous training in the forest has transformed them into exceptional fighters. One fateful day during their training session, General Cheng Wenjun observes their swordsmanship and devises a plan. Later, as Xin and Piao return home from gathering wood in the forest, they are surprised to find General Cheng waiting for them. His purpose for visiting the village becomes clear. He seeks a remarkable soldier to serve King Qinzhang. To their astonishment, General Cheng has already chosen a candidate, the very same Hu. Caught off guard by this sudden turn of events, Hu grapples with the decision of whether it's the right time to leave. Qin is genuinely happy for his best friend's success, and he encourages his friend to pursue his dream. Qin promises that he will work harder and soon catch up to his friend's level. On their last night together before parting ways, the two best friends have one final practice duel, vowing to reunite in the near future. The following day, Qin begins to train more diligently in the forest and on the hillside, driven by a steadfast determination to improve his fighting skills. After several months of intense training, Qin's strength has increased to the point where he can shatter a boulder using only his wooden sword. One night, while resting in his stable after a training session, Qin hears a knock at his door. When he opens the door, Qin is shocked to find his gravely wounded friend, Hu. In his dying state, Hu reveals that there is turmoil within the kingdom. He discloses that the reigning king's younger brother, Saikyo, has hired assassins to eliminate the royal family. As Hu's life slips away, he presses a map into Qin's trembling hands. Urgently, he implores Qin to journey to the marked village, a place where Qin can uncover the path to fulfilling his own dreams. Fueled by determination and loyalty, Qin seizes Hu's sword and flees the village just before the assassins descend, leaving behind the lifeless body of his dearest friend. On his perilous journey, Qin encounters a band of local thugs who surround him, greedily eyeing the valuable sword. Qin, preferring to avoid unnecessary conflict, instructs them to step aside. When the thugs refuse, Qin's extensive training kicks in. With swift precision, he incapacitates each assailant, relying on the muscle memory forged through countless hours of practice. Running for miles, heart-pounding, Qin finally reaches his destination, a humble, secluded hut. Once inside the small hut, Qin is shocked to discover an individual who bears a striking resemblance to his friend, Hu. This leaves Qin perplexed, as he is unable to comprehend what is happening. The individual turns out to be none other than the king, Zhang, who had fled the kingdom. King Zhang reveals that General Cheng had intentionally brought Hu into the palace. Due to Hu's striking similarity to the king, this ruse was meant to deceive the undercover officials who were trying to assassinate the king. Meanwhile, back in the village, the assassins, led by General Saji, find Hu's lifeless body. It doesn't take long for the astute general to deduce the truth. The deceased individual is a decoy, while the true king is still alive. As a result of discovering the decoy, General Saji orders his men to locate the king, whether dead or alive, as soon as possible. On the other hand, Qin is filled with fury towards King Zhang after learning that his best friend Hu had died in the king's place, and the king had not even hidden Hu's body, rendering the entire plan useless. Before Qin can unleash his rage on the king, they are suddenly attacked by an assassin sent by Prince Saikyo. Knowing that the assassins are the ones who killed Hu, Qin becomes even angrier and starts fighting the enemy. Eventually, using his superior fighting skills, he manages to kill the assassin. After this, Qin confronts King Zhang and demands an explanation for why he had to sacrifice Qin's best friend. In response to Qin's demands, King Zhang reveals that Hu bravely agreed to sacrifice his life in order to save the kingdom, even though he was aware of the potential danger. Furthermore, Zhang claims that he had to stay alive to prevent his younger brother, Prince Saikyo, from capturing the kingdom. Zhang argues that if all the power fell into Saikyo's hands, he would quickly destroy the entire kingdom. King Zhang then asks Qin to unite forces and assist him in reclaiming the throne, saying this is the best way to honor Hu's sacrifice. In the next scene, we see the furious Prince Saikyo, who is angry to hear the news that his brother, King Zhang, is still alive. Saikyo's anger also extends to General Cheng, who had hired a decoy to save Zhang's life. As a result, Prince Saikyo orders the capture of both Cheng and Zhang, demanding their heads as trophies. Amid these discussions, the formidable General Qin appears in the palace and presents the severed head, claiming it belongs to General Cheng. Impressed by this, the prince appoints Qin as the kingdom's new general, charging him with the mission of apprehending King Zhang. In a distant forest, Zhang and Qin walk side by side, their footsteps muffled by fallen leaves. Unexpectedly, they are joined by Heliao Diao, a mountain tribe kid. The trio ventures deeper into the wilderness. As they near the heart of the forest, danger strikes. An assassin emerges, wielding poisoned darts and a gleaming axe. Qin's instincts kick in. He draws his sword and confronts the adversary in a fierce battle. The clash is intense, each swing of the blade echoing through the trees. In a decisive moment, Qin slashes the enemy's head, but not without cost. A poisoned dart pierces his own flesh, and darkness descends. Time passes, and Qin stirs back to consciousness. His first words are directed at Zhang, questioning the events that led them here. But fate isn't done with them. Soldiers arrive, led by none other than General Cheng, the same Cheng believed to be dead. The truth surfaces. The severed head Qin presented to Prince Saikyo was a clever ruse. Now, with Cheng's loyalty intact, they conspire to reclaim the throne from Prince Saikyo's treacherous grip. However, Cheng is feeling uncertain about engaging in battle because his own forces are greatly outnumbered by Saikyo's army, which consists of a staggering 80,000 troops. Upon hearing this, Cheng proposes a solution, seeking assistance from the Mountain Tribe, a group that used to be an ally of the Zhang royal family, but was betrayed many centuries ago. Cheng emphasizes that if the Mountain Tribe agrees to join forces, they can create a much larger army alliance. This idea convinces Zhang, and together, they set off towards the territory of the Mountain Tribe. The journey is long and filled with dangers, but eventually, they reach the borderlands that mark the entrance to the Mountain Tribe's domain. However, just as they are about to enter, they are unexpectedly captured by the soldiers of the Mountain Tribe. The captives are then presented before their leader, Chieftain Yutanwa. Zhang takes the opportunity to offer apologies on behalf of their ancestors and pleads with the tribe for their assistance in reclaiming his kingdom. Initially, the chieftain rejects their plea, citing the immense losses that the tribe had suffered in the past due to the actions of Zhang's kingdom. However, the king remains resolute and undeterred, and he proceeds to explain the dire consequences that would arise if his brother were to ascend to the throne. Upon hearing all of this, Yutanwa is deeply impressed by Zhang's unwavering dedication to his kingdom. As a result, she makes a momentous announcement, declaring that the Mountain Tribe will once again be aligned with the Zhang royal family. With this crucial alliance secured, King Zhang shares his strategic plan to launch a multi-directional attack on the royal forces. The following day, Zhang and his troops cleverly disguise themselves as members of the Mountain Tribe and advance stealthily towards the royal palace. Upon reaching their destination, Yutanwa engages in a conversation with Prince Saikyo's advisor, proposing an alliance between the Mountain Tribe and the prince. The advisor promptly relays this significant development to Prince Saikyo, and after a brief deliberation, they come to a mutual agreement to forge the alliance. However, due to the ongoing discussions, only a limited number of 50 members from the Mountain Tribe are initially permitted to participate. In the subsequent scene, this group of 50 enters the kingdom and swiftly launches an attack on their enemies. Adhering to the meticulously devised plan, Zhang divides his forces into two factions. One group, led by Xin and Chang, takes the underground passageway as their route to the throne room. Meanwhile, Zhang and Yutanwa lead the second group, taking the main route. Despite the fact that the malicious prince commands a vast army of thousands, they prove to be no match for the skilled king and the formidable mountain tribes. On the other hand, Shin's group encounters an obstacle in the form of General Saji, who unleashes a gigantic executioner to thwart their progress. Initially, the group faces difficulties in overcoming this formidable adversary, but through combined efforts, Shin eventually succeeds in slaying the giant. Following this triumph, they breach the walls of the royal palace, fully intent on assassinating Prince Saikyo. However, despite the circumstances, the prince appears unfazed, relying on the presence of his numerous guards. Saikyo summons Saji, one of his most powerful generals, to eliminate the intruders. Saji immediately springs into action, effortlessly overpowering a group of soldiers from the mountain tribe. In the midst of this intense confrontation, Shin is confronted by Saji, challenging him to a one-on-one duel. Shin fearlessly accepts the challenge without hesitation. The clash between the two warriors ignites a fierce sword fight, each showcasing their exceptional combat skills. As time passes, Saji gains the upper hand, delivering devastating blows that inflict significant harm upon Shin. However, driven by the memories of Hu and fueled by unwavering belief in his own dreams, Shin finds the strength to press on. His indomitable spirit and refusal to give up propel him forward. With unwavering determination, Shin finally manages to deliver a fatal stab, resulting in Saji's demise. Observing the battle's turn, Saikyo's council attempts to escape, but Hiliao intervenes, using a dart to gouge out the advisor's eye. In a retaliatory act, the advisor manages to stab Hiliao before succumbing to the deadly poison of the dart. Luckily, Hiliao remains unharmed due to the protection provided by her sturdy armor. Seizing this momentary distraction, Saikyo tries to make a hasty escape. However, as he steps outside, he is suddenly confronted by his brother, Zhang, and the entire army of the mountain tribe. Zhang swiftly overpowers Saikyo with a powerful strike of his sword, followed by a series of punches as a form of retribution. Despite the magnitude of their conflict, Zhang ultimately makes the decision to spare his brother's life. Shortly thereafter, General Qin arrives in the courtyard with his forces, questioning Zhang about the reasons behind the intense battle they have just witnessed. In response, King Zhang explains that he could not allow the abuse of royal authority by any traitors. Qin further inquires about Zhang's plans as king and warns that he will execute him if the answer is not satisfactory. Zhang shares his determination to unite China under the Warring States era, even if it requires using force to secure lasting peace in the future. The answer pleases Qin, and he forms an alliance with Zhang. Qin then orders the remaining forces, which were under Prince Saikyo's command, to retreat. However, one of Saikyo's steadfast generals, who remains loyal to the prince, refuses to comply. The disloyal general charges forward to attack King Zhang. Seeing this, General Qin simply smiles, before incapacitating the entire enemy force in a single masterful move. At the end of the movie, King Zhang ascends back to his rightful throne, while the strategist Shin revels in the glory of making both his and the late Lord Yingzheng's dreams come true. And with that, the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen and don't forget to subscribe for amazing videos. See you in the next one.